All right, hello. Welcome to another edition of me building the Sky Defender while chilling out with chat. And also on panel, if anyone ever decides to join me, the link is in various Discords. So you can join that way. Since last time, I finished the legs on my own, had a major issue that I ended up having to take apart almost completely one of the legs from an issue that I was like, oh, it shouldn't be really that big of an issue. It's just a small gap. Well, it ended up being a little bit larger gap than what I thought. And this small clip here wasn't fitting into place. Eventually, other clips wouldn't fit, other pieces wouldn't fit in. So I had to take that all apart and re-put it together. It turned out all right. And then I started stage 4 and put all the armor on the backpack. As you see, I had to take it all apart to its various pieces as each is built individually. One thing I forgot about is I had lost a piece early on, and I've never been able to find it. It's a shame, but so that's a little off. But luckily, you won't be able to really see that as this plugs into here. You're going to have the head, and you're going to have a lot of other stuff that kind of blocks it a little bit. I may try to fool it a little bit by painting this area gold. Hey, welcome back, Ace. Yes, TGIF, definitely. I'm doing all right. Slept good and just kind of figured I was going to build for a little bit and decided to stream it. And yeah, it was a good night. And I didn't sleep as much as I should, but it was good. Anyways, so I finished the backpack, completing stage 4 of that. Now we're working on the rail rifles, which end up eventually attaching to the backpack like so. They're massive, and they have a decent amount of parts. Well, not too many, but a decent amount. But they look really cool at the end, it looks like. So we're going to start with that. There's going to be a lot more filing now that we're in stage 4 because these are pieces you're really going to see on the outside. You want them extremely nice, extremely smooth. Any seam lines, I'm going to try and get out. And so it's going to be a little bit more labor intensive to get it ready for panel lining and stickering. Like I said earlier, I won't be really showing those parts because they're kind of tedious unless people really want to watch me paint panel lines and put on water decals that are a pain. Yeah, I did the next order. Decided not to wait for donations because I can't expect people to pay for the model, and so put in the money for that and ordered that. That should be here on, I think, the 9th or so was the projected. I don't know. It was from a third party on Amazon, so we'll see when it gets here. But I am looking forward to Albing, AOBING. It is another from the company Mortar Nuclear, which if you've seen past community posts, they did the like yellow and red flamed one that had lots of sharp points. So expect more of this with the next one. All right. So, anyways, we have two guns, which means we'll be splitting into two. Up a little higher. We'll cut out several of the pieces, make sure we don't cut out things we're not supposed to cut out because it shows that a lot of them are not supposed to be cut out. And we will go from there. So, but yes, I'm very excited about that build. I spent probably way too long on a day trying to figure out which one to get. Because some of the ones I was going to get, they had like a full metal frame to them. And that kind of irritated me that it wasn't going to be as much of a build as I wanted. And then some I was reading just had lots of issues. And so I wasn't exactly looking forward to that idea of doing that on stream. I do have a second one coming as well that may be a backup depending on how long the next one takes. But we'll see on that. I'm not in too much of a rush to really go through them too fast. All right, we got 3. Also, I figured out to adjust the crane a little bit better, so you're getting a much closer up view. Hopefully that looks a little better. I really want you guys to have the best view you can get. Yeah, I'm sure everyone's ready for the weekend. Seemed like a long week this week. So yesterday in a Discord, we watched the new Deadpool movie. That was pretty epic. Definitely a better view. Good. I'm glad to hear that. I really tried to get as close as possible. And I might still adjust it more to try and get even closer. But it's a little tough to do, I guess. Because the crane's kind of already leaning, and then I don't know how much more I can adjust each one to go further down without making it possibly fall down or not stable. Because this is a much different setup than what I have in my room, which is a more traditional live stream setup. But I'm definitely not going to do this build in my room because pieces would go flying and I would never find them again. Even though I'm sure people would love to see Yoshi in the middle of model building, like just hanging out. But it's a little too cold down here for him, and I don't want him eating a plastic spur because he would do that, knowing him. I swear, sometimes I swear he has like a death wish. He'll go a day or two without wanting to go into his hot spot and be like in the coolest part of his enclosure. And I'm like, dude, he's kind of a lazy bearded dragon. He's very different than a lot of bearded dragons. But I love him nonetheless. Also, in other news, I've lost a lot of weight recently, and a lot of my old clothes are fitting, which is really weird. Like I suddenly have like a whole new set of clothes I could wear. And I'm not used to that. And the other ones I have are very big on me now. So I'm in the lowest weight I've been in since when I first started with TSA. So that's quite a big change. So that's very exciting. As long as I make sure to keep it up. But it's making me healthier, and good health is always good. Man, I could be John Madden with those lines. Oh boy. Let's see here. Fours across the board. You see, when you have good health, you have good health. And that's good. Anyways, we're the results of testing the primer were overall pretty good. The only issue I had is it kind of dulled the purple slightly. Just real slight, but it dulled it a little bit. And so that was kind of like surprising because I was expecting it uh, to. I was expecting the purple to shine and then maybe the gold and the silver and the metallic blue to kind of dull, but that didn't happen. The opposite happened. So very surprising. Let's see. Oh, thank you. I don't necessarily see it that much, but I notice like in my stomach area a little bit. A lot of it was due to I'm on Ozempic. I'm not going to hide that. I was on it for my diabetes, and so my insulin started going down, which causes less weight loss, which activated the Ozempic to work better, and so it's just kind of been my because I'm losing weight. My blood sugars are better, so my insulin goes down more, and the Ozempic works even better. It's kind of this windfall. Hey, Zach. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, that was a big surprise to me because it happened rather fast. And some people will say Ozempic's cheating for weight loss, and they can say that. It's fine. I wasn't on it for weight loss specifically, so I was on it for my diabetes, and yeah, like end up working out. Yep, that's right, Zach. Sorry about my phone, and someone tried to call. Hopefully, it didn't knock me off. I don't think it did. All right. Last piece or pieces for these guns. There's that. That. We'll probably at most we're gonna get the rail gun done today. And that's even if we get both of them. It just depends on how the cuts go and how much filing and sanding I have to do, which hopefully shouldn't be too much. Man, these things are massive. This was 4. Oh, one didn't cut fully. Which one? Oh, now loose. That one's the bottom one. And this one's the top one. I really like the white in this. It is a very kind of, it's not the usual white. It's got a little bit of a hint of gray, but not much. And I think it just stands up better with the purple. And once again, my mouth is dry. Oh, thank you. You know, for the most part, yeah, they are. I also try to stay out of the drama more. You know, when people start bringing up drama on a panel, I back down. And that's even if I'm on a panel. I rarely go on panels now, which I also respect Andrew for. I mean, he's really cut back on all the drama. And you know, that stuff weighs on you. So it's just not good for mental health. So why put yourself through that? And things are just in that community are just getting too crazy. It's been amped up to a level that I don't think ever any of us ever saw coming. So it's unfortunate, and but it is what it is. It's sad to see something we've been a part of for such a long time kind of go that way. But it is what it's what happened. It's also kind of why I've started doing this too as an outlet for people to not have to have drama. And it's something I could share that I've started really enjoying for my mental health and just in general. I also bought some shelving to actually store some of these on because I really didn't have any type of shelving to use to store some of these. And so I'm glad to have that finally. I think that's coming Sunday, Saturday or Sunday. Let's see. That's flat. That's flat. And don't cut any of these. Copy. I knew I did cut one of them, did I? No, I didn't. Excellent. Totally thought I did, but I didn't. And I'm quite proud of myself that I didn't. And that's, you know, unfortunately, work is work, but I think in the grand scheme of things, it's for the better. But you will when you can. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Well, I think he's also kind of recognized how much crazy drama there is. I think he'd rather just play video games at this point, not involve himself with all the like Nicolinas and all the other real lifers that are going around currently. Oh no, I did cut one, didn't I? It's so hard to tell. That's that. Okay, I think we're good on this one. I gotta pay attention. And I'm trying to keep the cuts in view better. I think as I go, I'm learning more and more how to do that. Oof. Oh, and I cut myself good yesterday. So got a nice little cut that's healed there. My first real injury, well, I don't want to say injury, but my first real like cut during this whole thing, or during any model build I've done so far. Got that one, and then we have that one. Or did I just cut it? No, oh, we're good. Oh, that's stressful. They gotta make them where it's like, don't cut. We're on page 90 of roughly the build is finishes on roughly, let's see here. 124. That's when the build ends, and we're on page 90. So we got about 30. Actually, I don't think it was the X-Acto knife that time. What was it? It was actually one of the pointed tweezers. I was trying to pull a piece out, and the tweezers gave, and it came up and sliced me that way. So it wasn't even the way you'd expect it to happen. Of course, I'd have to be different. And apparently, my streams have kind of inspired others to do something similar. Jamie's right now trying to get funds for a big Millennium Falcon Legos to build. And it looks impressive. So kudos to him. I'll be curious to see how his streams do with model building. It's not an area really that he's done in the past, but he's switched formats once or twice already. So, well, maybe not formats. He has his recovery channel and then he has his drama channel. I don't like the word influencer unless it's for a company that's going to like buy models for me, so I don't have to buy them anymore. Then I'll be gladly considered an influencer. Just like I don't want anyone to be like, "Wow, you're a taco. I love your YouTube videos." Like sometime in like in real like not online. I had that once with a review, and it was so weird. I was like, "Thank you." It was an honor, but I'm like, I'm just a normal person that got lucky to fall into it. Because that's what I did before I went on the YouTube and everything. Was I was doing board game reviews online on a website that I had made. Well, it was a template website, but I had done that for about 3 years. Was even a guest of honor one time for a convention. That was kind of cool and weird. But my mental health was kind of declining, and then COVID happened, and it pretty much ended doing that at that time. And I just kind of fell out of the community and have never really gotten back. Though recently I've reached out to a couple people in that community just to say hi and stuff like that. But one of them actually showed up at a stream one time. Hey, Izzy, hope you're doing well. And he stopped by on the channel recently. Right now, they're all in Indianapolis at Gen Con, the United States' biggest board game convention. I think I want to say they were up to like 40 to 50,000 showing up. Could be larger than that. That's per day, and it's like it's a Wednesday through Sunday convention. It's where a lot of the companies reveal their latest projects and start selling them. So people go nuts. They absolutely love, and they pay top dollar for that, which is kind of scary. I mean, I've done it in the past too, to get the game that I really wanted. But it's a mad rush inside. Like, I'll post a picture on my community page of what the crowd looks like before being able to enter the exhibit hall, just so you can get a slight feel of what it's like, because it's nothing like I've ever seen. And like they pretty much just like, all right, the clock hits a certain time and they open all the doors, and it's just a mad rush in. Now, when I was considered press, unlike the auditors who just claim they're press, sorry, Andrew, I actually would get credentials for these conventions that said press on them and had the right to film at the location or take pictures of different things. And I would get in early to the exhibit hall because they want you to talk to, be able to talk to the various companies and be able to buy some of the product before others could get at it. They want you to be able to review it. Though I try, and then the other big day for a reviewer at a convention is Sunday around noon time. And the reason for that is all the companies that still had items left after it's pretty much like a few hours before the exhibit hall closes for the last day. And the companies don't want to have to ship back everything. So basically, you'll go up to a couple booths and or the companies that you have a rapport with, and they will give you free review copies because it's cheaper than them to not have to ship the game, and you get and they don't have to ship it, and I get it for free, and I don't have to like request it through an email and then wait for it and plan it all out. I just remember Gen Con always being an extremely busy time for me. It got to the point where like it was more of a business trip rather than something that like I could just have fun at. So I would actually go to a separate convention during the year just to play games and have fun with my friends. Just to have that like weekend of crazy gaming time, and that's how it worked. And board games have been actually a big industry. I don't know if it's slowed down a little bit, but there was a huge boom as I was doing reviews. And part of that was, I believe, was due to the fact that the decline of people playing video games in person uh, caused uh, people wanting to experience what they used to experience when people could play together in person. And so video games kind of filled that niche a little bit. That was my belief. I also think parents were looking more into finding ways to do stuff with their kids, but also at home, because everything's so expensive nowadays. Well, yeah, I really can't speak because I have nothing to drink. There's nothing to drink down here, and I don't really feel like going back upstairs to slow down the stream. And actually, these cuts I've been making have been really smooth, so I've been very lucky to not have to file much. I think when I'm going to have to file is when I'm merging two like seam lines together. But currently, I'm not seeing many places that will have that happen. All right. Final piece for gun one. It's going to get really tedious when I get to the part where there's 6 funnels that I got to armor up. Because it'll mean I have to cut 6 times for each piece. All right. So there we have part one. Make sure everything's smooth. Oh, I gotta cut those. Almost missed those. So I'm still learning when the perfect time is to stream. I'm thinking a little closer to lunchtime. I'm thinking this is slightly early. Uh, Yesterday I went about 11 Central, and it was actually a really, really busy stream, surprisingly. Though if you looked at the metrics, you wouldn't think so. But hey, I don't really care about the metrics so much as I just care about having fun. Like I said, I'm doing this anyway, so it's not like oh, I need the views. I guess I was a little. I had one day where I was kind of beating down on myself about it, that no one was really, not many people were watching, and you know, frustration, and I shouldn't let those things get to me, and just remember I'm doing this for fun. And so that's kind of what I did. And also, a few people were like, I really enjoy your streams. They really make me happy. And I was just like, it kind of made me go, wow, people actually are enjoying this. So, I don't know. It just was, it's always nice to hear that like people are enjoying it and having and looking forward to it. Are you too good for your home? Are you supposed to have a home? Let's see. This one goes on top. And it appears this, and this goes on. That goes in, and this one doesn't. All right. Nice cut. There we go. Now we got to do the other side the same. Like so. Welcome all those that just recently joined. Hope you're doing well. All right. And then these go on like so. I'm glad some of this blue metal frame is still going to show because it is such a good metallic blue. It's really hard to see on camera, but it looks nice. Oh, another thing I ordered was I ordered a turntable, like a motorized one. Because what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to create some short videos of all the builds I've done, and just having it rotate, and just a quick short, nothing special. But I thought it would be neat to show that. There's really supposed to be a gap there? Yep, apparently. Weird. I hate saying that word now because someone ruined it. Not going to say who. All right. And I forgot to cut up 2 pieces. Nine and 8. One side and the other side. The same for this one. So I do gotta slow down the live streams, unfortunately, at least till the 8th, because I think I got like 6 hours left after today on my StreamYard, because I'm cheap and not gonna. I refuse to pay the $25 for a StreamYard. I mean, I see the worth of it. It's just, I don't know. I don't see myself streaming that much more than 20 hours a month. I guess if I go live once a day, I'm 10 over that. But I'm going to try and manage it a little bit better this time. Probably go live, more like Thursday through well, Sunday wasn't that big of a day, I don't think. So Thursday through Saturday, and then Monday and Tuesday maybe. I don't know. And definitely no more. Once I figure out what schedule kind of works best for times a day, then I'll slow it down to one time a day. It also helps to, space out the builds, extend the builds a little bit longer because it definitely could go too fast. I can't think of the words. I don't want to go too fast through the builds and then it becomes a little bit more cost heavy on my end to try and keep having models ready for builds. And eventually the builds are going to be a little bit smaller in scale. And that's just the way things are because there's not many of these big third-party Chinese builds. Oops, let's put this one in. There we go. And I'm having trouble thinking today. And so unless I start going for the crazy 250 to 300 ones, which those would have to be, at least semi-supported by people on the stream. I would have to go back to smaller, like $50 to $70 builds, which are the Gundam type ones. And I'm not opposed to that. Like, it's just bound to happen. It's just these bigger ones have been a lot of fun. And they look amazing. Okay. Trying to line up this piece so it can go in. It's all lined up. It's also very hard to put in because the pieces under are very flimsy. That's as good as it's going to get. No, it's got to get better now. There we go. Okay, that part goes down and then the other part pops up. What's going on? All right, come on. What's going on, people? Can't be just because of that little thing, can it? Got that. Trying to think of a way to sturdy this so that when it goes down, it actually connects to the whole piece. Because I have it on the wrong side. Or did I flip it when I... Let's get this in here. All right, that looks good. It looks snug. All right. Get that file sideways again and in here. Once you accidentally file something, just go in there. Come on. There we go. There we go. That was a nice click. So there it is. One railgun complete. Oh, one last piece. My bad. It goes this way. All right. Now it's done. That is a good looking railgun. And we're at about 47 minutes. So I'm going to call it there today. I want to thank you all for watching. And until next time, love one another and have a great weekend.